name is Navaal Chocolate, and today this is the first episode of Don't Suck at Building. Now I know I'm not the best at building, but I do think I can give a couple tips. How this works is I will call up a friend, ask them to build something like in this episode, a starter house. Then I'll take their starter house and talk through tips on detailing it to make it better. The friend we're joined by today is Frizzali. Or Amy from Animations and Amy. Link to her channels in description. But without further ado, let's get on it, shall we? Amy, show us how you'd build a starter house. Wow, Amy. Nice work. Let's all give a round of applause for Amy. Alright? Now, let's see if we can make it better. One thing I'll definitely point out is the idea with your framing is very good. The chimney idea is great. And one thing I really like is that you added in stripped oak for some detailing within and texture within it. So, let's scale this up a bit, alright? One thing, now the other stuff. Framing is usually one part out from the original house. And when I make this better, I do want to keep the same aspects. So, let's just point out all the faults and then hop into a time lapse and try to fix them. Problem 1, it has a bit of like a triangle roof. It's not bad, but it's also matching with the texture of the house. And normally with this, when you do a roof, you do a bit of overhang on it, so it looks kind of like that. The chimney idea is very good. It's very nice. The cobwebs are smoke. It's a very old school style. You have your basic necessities. It's pretty nice. You have your oak wood floor. But the main problem I see about this house is it's a square. It's a square. So, one way you can add a lot of detail and variations to your house is just, having little tidbits come out the side. It gives it a lot more character and separates it from a square house. So, let's hop into a time lapse and see what I can do about this. Now remember, I want to keep as much as her design still here as possible. I just want to integrate it with more detail and make it better. So, without further ado, let's get started. You know that 3-minute time lapse you just watched? That was 2 hours. Hope you enjoyed. Now let's take a look at it, shall we? You must be thinking, Navaal? You said you wanted to keep the original design. And look, it's completely different. And to that I say, it's not. It really isn't. At all. Look, it has the same detailing, same wood, same colors, same flowers, same path, same bed, and the same fireplace. So why does it feel so different? Detail, detail, detail. It's really just the tiny little things, like the cracks in this anvil, that make the biggest differences in building. While it's true that Amy did frame her house, she framed it just 1 block in, and by extending it out 1 block, it adds a lot more depth and variation. Same thing with the roof, but the main problem I was talking about, it being a square, is it a square now? Nope! Let's get into a tour of the house now, shall we? We have our fireplace, like last time. As soon as we walk in, we have a coat hanger and a wardrobe. Off to the side here, we have a little kitchen with campfires holding the food. Little cabinets that could actually be used for space and storage, but I didn't put any chests because I'm lazy. Refrigerator, double ovens, a little bit of a kitchen mat, a rug over there, some curtains on these windows, and back to our fireplace here, we have our dining room, our modern little light, a shelf, some half-eaten cake. Wonder who ate that. Curtains, a nice dining room table, and up here we have a loft, because in interior you really need to fit the inside to the outside. So instead of adding a staircase and an upstairs, we add a loft. And look, it's the same pink bed from the original house. With these little corridors, we just open them up, and it's pretty much the same house, just bigger and more detail. Trust in the power of detail. Now let's take a look at outside. We still have the same flowers that were over here, but we just moved them over here. We put in a little anvil gate, and bam, some mowed lawn. We cleared out a couple trees, and we have a hedge going around. It's really not that much, just a couple windows. Bam. What do you think, Amy? Honest opinion? Thank you so much, Amy. I think the reason that you can't tell that it was your house in the beginning is just the sheer size of it. Your house was around just a couple blocks by a couple blocks. I just really increased it, and I think that might be the reason why. Yeah. And your other thing is, it's not a starter house. Maybe for people who are just starting Minecraft, but for me, maybe confession, maybe it's just a me thing. Maybe I build starter houses like this. I don't know. Maybe What do you mean this isn't a starter house? Isn't this how everyone builds their houses? Right? Rustic nice houses. But anyway, I'm glad you liked it, Amy. I'm truly glad. And I hope you guys liked this house and the series too. And with that, this has been Navaal Chocolate, and goodbye, y'all.